Hey, what's up? It's your girl Nique, and you're tuned in to Nique at Night, and I'm gonna be giving you the scoop with me, myself, Nique at Night. Now, we're gonna jump right into this, and we're gonna get into what's going on around social media. And one of the top trending things that's going on right now is people basically speculating as to whether young MA is pregnant or not. Now, she never said that she was pregnant to my knowledge, so how people went from what she said in her interview to jumping and speculating that she's pregnant, it's kind of like the game of telephone. You know how you say something to one person and then it goes down the line and then you get a whole new thing? I mean, that's kind of what I feel like is happening with these young MA pregnancy allegations, but let's get into it. So she did an interview, and in the interview, she talked about her wanting to have children. Now, in the interview, she did not say that she wanted to carry the children. As you know, in a lesbian relationship, there are two women, and either one, normally the dominant one is the one to carry, but she never said she wanted to carry. She just said her and her girlfriend, they wanted to have kids, and by then she'd be married and she wanted to have children. But let's show you what she said so you can hear out of her mouth.
Do you see yourself being a parent?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna be married by then.
What's your ideal situation? Like 2 boys, 2 girls? Like, what are you doing?
I want a boy.
Just one?
No, I'm just saying I want a boy first.
Okay.
And then a girl. That's it. I don't want OD.
So that's complete.
Yes, that's complete. I'd rather a boy first. I told my girl this. I said,
Okay. So as you can see, he wanted to know if she saw herself as a parent. He did not say, hey, are you pregnant? Do you have children right now? Are you pregnant right now? So how the internet jumped from her being asked a question as to whether she saw herself as a parent, and her saying, yeah, of course, like I could see that. I could see me having a boy first. And then she goes into saying that the boy would be the protector of the little sister, yada, yada. Now, how people jumped from that to then accusing her of being pregnant, I don't know. But this is some of the tweets that came after she was trending. So one person wrote, I highly doubt this rumor is true, but if Young M.A. is pregnant, we all know who the daddy is. Another person says, Young M.A. talking about no homo, but they got your boy pregnant, LMFAO. Another person, if Young M.A. was really pregnant, I'm calling her Young Ma'am from now on. Another person showed a meme and it says, this is Nick Cannon finding out that Young M.A. is pregnant and he is not the father. So it shows somebody kicking the TV screen angry because he is he mad about it all. But another person says that N got Young M.A. pregnant is a nasty MFer. Another person says Young M.A. gonna come on Twitter to find out that she's pregnant. Another person says Nick Cannon when he sees Young M.A. pregnant allegations, yada, yada. So after everyone was speculating, talking about whether or not she was pregnant, which she never said if she would carry or not, Young M.A. basically went to clarify and let people know. She said, of course my girl, hold on, let me make it bigger. She said, of course my girl is the one that's going to be pregnant. That's why I looked at her and mentioned her, shaking my head. Y'all bored, LOL, but I get it. Sell your stories, and we working on one now. So that was Young M.A.'s response to the pregnancy allegations. And again, she never said that she was the one that was going to be carrying a baby or not. They just said, do you see yourself as a parent? She said yes, she'd want a boy first. She never said, yes, I'm going to get pregnant. I'm pregnant right now. So I don't know how people jumped from A to B. I mean, I don't know.
I'd rather a boy first because he'll be the one taking care of his little sister.
Do you see yourself being a parent?
Okay, again, he said, do you see yourself being a parent? So that's that for that, because social media was going crazy on that. So now we're going to go to Safaree and Erica Mena. Now, they have been in the Daily Scoop almost every day because every day there is a new thing thrown out on social media to get y'all hooked, gullible into watching Love and Hip Hop. Now, I ain't seen Love and Hip Hop on my actual screen in I don't know how many years, but they find a way to reel y'all in with these fake these fake storylines. Now, yes, in real life she's pregnant. Yes, in real life they going through problems, but they throw these staged situations in there to get y'all riled up, and y'all just fall for it, and I just don't understand. I don't understand. So in this clip, Erica Mena basically is revealing to Safaree that she is 23 weeks pregnant. Now, if you do your calculations and you calculate 23 weeks, that is 1 week shy of 6 months. Now, in the clip, she explains that she did not know she was pregnant and she had no idea that she was 6 months pregnant, damn near. And she's finally telling him at that point. He gives this reaction of disgust, like, oh my God, you're pregnant? As if you can't tell that Erica Mena is whole time pregnant during this scene. Now, I don't want to get copyright. I don't want to get flagged for copyright for Love and Hip Hop. But if you look close, you can see that she's very visibly pregnant in this scene, that she's trying to sell this fake reaction to y'all, and y'all falling for it, and y'all and y'all panties in a bunch with this sympathy card for Erica. It is just, I mean, hey, if they are able to pull y'all sympathy strings and switch the narrative for Erica, by all means. But you can visibly see that this girl is visibly pregnant in this scene if you look close.
23.
Look at her. You can tell she's pregnant. So he's acting like he's fake finding out, and they just tugging at y'all. It's crazy. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about a scenario of her actually being 23 weeks pregnant. She's on her 3rd kid, mind you. She somehow doesn't know her body because she still got her period, mind you. There are other symptoms that come along with pregnancy. By the time you have your 3rd child, you kind of get acquainted to your body, and you know your pregnant body versus your non-pregnant body. Your stomach is not a gut stomach. It's a formed, firm stomach. It's totally different than a regular pregnant pudge. I mean, a regular non-pregnant pudge. It's 2 totally different bodies. You have different things. I mean, if this is your 1st child, I'll go with the whole I didn't know it's possible. You wasn't paying attention to the cues. But by the 3rd time you have a baby, 6 months, you are feeling movement. You feeling your baby moving at that time. Your baby is kicking. And if you gullible to believe that she did not know at 23 weeks, 1 week shy of 6 months when your baby is fully flipping around, then you deserve the emotional strings that they're buying. But anyways, let me get back to what I was saying. So let's say Erica Mena didn't know, right? Let's say this hypothetical that, they're selling, that she didn't know that she was pregnant. And she finally found out at 23 weeks. Would that be, is it really wrong of Safaree to not have a level of excitement if he's already expressed that he no longer wanted children? Now, I always say, when you're having sex, you understand what comes with it. And if you're randomly out having sex with girls or whatever, in a random situation where you're not in a relationship with that person to know if they're taking birth control, if they're doing X, Y, and Z, if they're really, on the pill, blah, 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 a baby can possibly come with it. Now, I look at that situation differently when it comes to a married couple. If that person in that marriage has expressed that they do not want children and are under the assumption that you are on the pill, I feel like that's totally different than a guy out here knocking down a whole bunch of women and then surprised that a pregnancy comes out of it when he didn't, have these types of conversations before, didn't know where their head was, that each party didn't, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's kind of different than a man who expresses they don't want children. A lot of people are, again, like I said, feeling sympathy for Erica, but I feel like they both at fault. I feel like she was manipulative, and obviously if she just now telling him, if he really finding out, even though I could visibly tell she's pregnant sitting there, if he's really finding out at 23 weeks, that's kind of manipulative on her part. And it's just, I don't know, I just don't look at it the same way that everybody looking at it. And the fact that I know that this reaction is fake, I just can't really buy into it the way that y'all buying into it. I mean, I don't know.
Say something.
You know how I feel.
Let me click off. Okay, let me try to click back on so y'all can see real quick. Once they pan the camera onto her, you can see that she's pregnant. Hold on.
So what? You're
Like, look, you can see that she's pregnant. Like, I can't with y'all with this. Anyways, let me move on because I'm rambling at this point. Anyways, so Polo G's baby mama Crystal, she is receiving backlash for sharing that she has only climaxed twice from Polo G in 3 years. So she was having a conversation with a YouTuber by the name of Nique, and not me, another girl named Nique, obviously. But anyways, so they were having a conversation, and she was having a conversation saying that she gets better climax out of women than she does men. And so they're having their casual girl talk or whatever. And in their casual girl talk, she reveals that when she's with a man, she has only climaxed twice in the 3-year span.
I haven't faked any orgasms, but I feel like I had more orgasms with girls than boys. Yeah. I think I had an orgasm with a boy twice. My baby daddy. Just twice.
Okay. So she said, I think I had an orgasm, with a boy twice, my baby daddy twice. So she got a lot of backlash from people who felt
From 3
like,
years.
she was out of line for saying that. She was wrong for putting that out there on the internet. She embarrassing herself. She ain't have to do him like that, blah, 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 blah. And then somebody else was like, she stayed, who cares, yada, yada, yada. And, the list goes on of a lot of people basically giving her crap for being open and honest about something a lot of women are not honest about. Now, me, when it comes to, talking about that, exploration with another man, everybody is not going to make you climax. And I hate when I have conversations with women and they cap and they acting like they just, having a good experience with every man that they laying down with. Is a lie. You're a lie. And I think that more women need to be open like her and express this, because a lot of women are not open. A lot of women are not being pleased to the level that they cap about and they say that they are. Because I be having conversations with my friends, and guys is just not knocking it down, pleasing everybody like that. A lot of guys think that they're doing a good job and they're not. And a lot of us women allow them to do that, which needs to stop. More women need to be vocal about not being pleased. And I don't understand what's this stigma or backlash. It's not a bad thing. It's just the fact of he don't know her body, obviously, and she hasn't really learned a way to guide him. It comes with age. I didn't start to be extremely very, very vocal about me getting mine until I was in my 30s. Like before that, I would be, I would say like, okay, well, this wasn't good, that wasn't good, but I wasn't really vocal about making sure, no, like making sure. So I feel like it comes with age. She's young, he's young. I don't think that everybody knows their body. Everybody knows how to basically communicate what they need in that way. So a lot of people giving her backlash. I just be like, y'all just be capping on this app, and I'm so sick of it. But she basically responded, and she said, stay out of me and my YouTube business. Our girl talk was literally harmless. The internet flips everything into a bad or shady situation. Like, what the F of all things I said? Well, only thing I'm going to disagree with her on is you can't tell your business and then tell people to stay out your business. Now, if you tell your business, you know what I'm saying, they gonna respond to it. Now, how people responded to it, I feel like they was just being extra and overboard, because half of the women who comment and talking about, it's crazy that she only climbed at, like, half of them ain't even getting pleased. Like, shut up. I be wanting to tell people, shut up. Because a lot of this stuff comes with age. It comes with age. It comes with maturity. As you get older, as you start learning yourself, learning your body, you know how to maneuver these things. And all these people who be commenting, y'all did not figure it out, right? It just don't work like that. Anyways, somebody, and she said, and stop saying I cheated. Anybody I ever dealt with was when I was single. I could do what the F I want. I'm assuming they must be broken up now. I didn't know that. I thought they just got it locked up together in Miami when he got pulled over. But I don't know. According to these tweets, it seems as though they may be broken up. But she says, she had planned to ride, with him till the wheels fall off, and it just didn't work out like that. So she ended up getting backlash. So to the ladies, I want to have an honest question, being that majority of my audience is women. At what age did you learn to effectively communicate what you needed from your partner? Because again, I don't think that it just happens the first time you have, intercourse, and you just know from right off the bat everything you need, how to effectively communicate that. If that was you, then great. But I want to know, at what age did you learn your body, and what age did you learn to be able to communicate with your partner what you needed for you to be able to enjoy the experience? And do you think what she said is true? I've never been with a woman, but those of you who have been with a woman and a man, do you get a better climax with a woman versus a man? Let's talk about it. Now, let's move on. So there has been a lot of conversation as it pertains to what was the shift in relationships with men and women. So a lot of people, you see, the Kevin Samuels, you see the red pill community, you see the pink pill community with the women, you see the women dogging men, you see the men dogging women, and you see this shift of everybody just acting like, the girls are the worst, and then the men are acting like, the women are acting like the men are the worst, and the men are acting like the girls are the worst. And it's like, if we all humping on each other, like, what is going on? It just be too much. So there has been a lot of conversation and dialogue around, and I wanted to share this thread in a video that I also seen on Shade Room, and I want to get you guys' opinion. So a guy at the top, he said, what went wrong with marriage in this generation? Men don't trust women, and women feel like they don't even need men anymore. What the F was the spark of all of this? So as a reply, a man said, men have to now get women to like them, and a lot of men aren't likable. He continued by saying, let's be honest about the situation. How many generations of men in history have ever had to get women to like them in order for them to have women be with them? We're probably the first to ever have this, so nobody knows what to do. We are 2 generations removed from a woman not being able to have a bank account, and 3-4 removed from when they couldn't buy a home, couldn't work, and couldn't get educated. They couldn't do ish without a man. He said women quite literally used to need an in, so they had to be with somebody regardless of if they like the man or not. Today, they truthfully don't. They can leave your A and be perfectly fine. Some of them might be better off. He continued to say, your grandfather was probably a horrible husband. Like, at best, he was probably emotionally distant and patriarchal. And ends used to have 2 whole families miles apart of each other and was emotionally abusive to both. That's not flying today, and truthfully speaking, it shouldn't. He continued to say, A lot of men want the same relationships they saw their families had, but never thought to ask, were the women happy in those situations? The real answer is a lot of them were not. So fast forward to today, where a woman, truthfully speaking, don't need your A. You got to come harder than your ancestors. Got to have some substance. He said, and a lot of these ends just don't got no substance. Not me, though. Y'all be safe out there and follow your boy back. So that was basically his breakdown of why he feels like there was this shift between men and women, and him feeling like it has to do with men not being as likable and women just feeling like, like I'm not in the space where I need you, like I have to have you. So that was his take on it. Now, another person on the Shade Room, well, it was like a repost on the Shade Room, they basically wanted to know about marriage.
I'll go first.
That marriage ain't nothing but.
Okay. So basically what he wanted to know was what's something that they learned about marriage?
What's one thing you learned from all the married men in your life? I'll go first.
That marriage ain't nothing but a swap out for long-term care insurance. The married men that I know weren't even ready for marriage until they started seeing their mortality. Deteriorating vision, receding hairline, slowing metabolism. And when they were confronted with their mortality, then they became ready for marriage. And then they married people very specifically that they absolutely believe will be there in a service capacity for them as they age. Not love. They marry the stable ones and cheat on the stable ones because the stable ones weren't the ones they wanted in the first place. Ugh.
Which breakdown are you going with? Do you think that she had it right? Do you think that he has it right? What's going on with this shift between men and women? Now we see the men dogging the women dogging the men, but it's like if we at the end of the day still humping on each other, still hunching on each other, then what is like, how can we stop the battle of the sexes, as you will? Like what is it? Whose take do you agree with? Do you agree with Dapper Damo, or do you agree with this woman right here, Hey Alafia? I think that's what her name is. On her take, let's talk about it. Now, moving on. So this next segment is New Face Who Dis. So Lala posted up, and I only knew that this was Lala by the caption. I'm like, the girls are not only getting BBLs, but the girls are getting surgeries to the faces to where they are not even looking like themselves no more. Now, I will say that Lala looks good. She looks great. She looks beautiful. But is this Lala? Like, I had to look and look and look and take a double look to realize, I'm like, is this Lala Anthony, like Carmelo Anthony wife? Like, what type of surge is these doctors pulling off? Because, I mean, although it's surge, they not looking plastic. The girls are looking good. The next case of New Face Who Dis is K. Michelle. Now, K. Michelle wants us to believe that this is natural. You know, she ain't had no work did, and she been looking like this, and she's just pretty. Now, although she looks good, the surge is good, and it's actually a good one, this is New Face Who Dis. Like, all day. I don't know who she fooling, who she thinks she fooling, but she got to stop the cap on this app. Another person with New Face Who Dis is Miss Phaedra Parks from The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Phaedra has been coming in clutch with this blonde wig, and it's just like a whole totally new person. She is another person with New Face Who Dis, and I'm just like, I don't recommend people going out to get the surge, but if you're going to go out and get the surge to the face, go to whoever their doctors is, because it's taking years off of them, and they actually look good. Like, I don't know. Whoever the doctor is, if y'all decide to touch y'all face, which I don't recommend, I feel like, makeup should be enough. But if you absolutely got to do what you got to do, find out who the doctors are, because they surge looks good. Anyways, moving on. So I wanted to talk about this most wanted suspect. So sis is out here wanted, and the Tulsa Police Department basically shared photos of her and basically said that there was a reward for her capture, and sis done got caught up trying to get the reward money for her own capture. Now, girl, what was you gonna do once you got okay, so you see yourself wanted. You see there's a reward money to turn you in. In order to get the reward money, you have to turn yourself in. If you turn yourself in, you can't spend the money. So what was going through your marbles? I mean, the level of processing that whole situation, it just baffles to me. I'm just kind of lost as to what she expect. I'm like, what was she thinking? What did she expect? Like, because in order to get the money, you got to turn yourself in. In order to turn yourself in, you can't spend. I don't know, but so it says most wanted suspect caught after she asked about reward money for her own arrest under a police Facebook post. So it says Lorraine Graves has allegedly been dodging police since March, which is when the murder happened. It says, wait, let me go up. Okay. So a woman who was on the run for allegedly being an accessory to murder has been arrested after commenting under a police department's Facebook post asking about the reward money offered for her arrest. Lorraine Graves has been allegedly dodging police since March, which is when the murder happened. Then things took a big turn in the investigation last week when the Tulsa Police Department in Oklahoma posted a couple pics of Lorraine on its Facebook page as a part of their weekly wanted campaign. The Tulsa Police Department is looking for information about the whereabouts of Lorraine Graves, and the post read, Lorraine Graves is charged with accessory to murder. Detectives say she was involved in the city's 10th homicide of 2021, where Eric Graves was shot and killed at the St. Thomas Square apartments. Not long after the post went up, Lorraine wasted no time asking about the bag attached to her arrest. Sis got up under the post talking about where the reward money at. Like, girl, what? Lorraine, you are going to jail. Now, speaking of folks going to jail, y'all remember I gave y'all the scoop on the man who basically stole the ambulance, child. So he was at the hospital and he stole the ambulance from the hospital because he claimed that they didn't give him a ride. Child, and I told y'all he was going to get a ride right to jail. And to jail he is now. So this is pretty much like an update. I'm going to share with you guys the article so I can give you guys an update on that story. But it's like, sir, I told you after you got your ride, you was going to get a ride to jail. How he didn't think that was going to happen, I really don't know. I don't know what these people be thinking, but the math don't be mathing and it don't be adding up, honey child. It don't be adding up. So let me read to y'all that. And I have posted a scoop with Jayda, but I'm going to end with that scoop and I'm going to delete the other video so that it's just all here on this one. So boom. So let me give y'all this update real quick. So let me move this over. So right here it says, video shooting victim says he stole an ambulance from Memphis hospital because they wouldn't give him a ride home. It says the man who police say stole Memphis Fire Department ambulance and drove himself home from the hospital was caught after he was seen bragging about the crime in a video on social media. Desai Billingsley, 23, is charged with theft of property greater than $250,000. He also faces a 2017 charge of violating a sex offender registry, according to jail records. Now, he a whole ped sound like. And it says, witnesses told police they saw a man wearing blue hospital scrubs get in the ambulance and drive it away from regional one hospital and the medical district around 9 Wednesday night. It was found unoccupied about an hour and a half later at the Breedlove Street in St. Charles Avenue, North Memphis. So it says, scrolling down, the ambulance was valued at $258,000 and had more than $100,000 worth of equipment and medical supplies inside. Police say Billingsley also took bandages, pads, and keys to the ambulance. They basically identified him from the video and they booked his butt guilty as charged. Okay, so they done booked his butt guilty as charged, and he is now in the Shelby County Jail because he wanted to brag about stealing the ambulance and get caught. Info K, honey. I don't know why this video is not playing.
I'm saying though, stole the ambulance in the hood though. Stole the ambulance in the hood. What'd you say, my boy? Hey, come on, man. Come on. Come on, see. We just got the bag and everything. Man, you still ambulance, right?
Man, they ain't want to give me a ride home.
Are you with that like that?
Dead.
Hey,
Look. I was walking off the property, right?
Yeah.
As soon as I walked off the property, they want to send 3 security guards to come say, "Hey, bro, you gotta come back in here, G."
Yeah.
And so once they brought me back in,
Why you got the bag in your hand? My boy got plenty nerve. Got the bag in your hand.
that way, what he said?
What you got shot in the arm?
Fingers, chest, rib.
And you pull.
Child, he done got shot the fingers, chest, and the rib and decided he was going to take the medical supplies, the stethoscope, or however the heck you say. I still can't say it right. And all of that because they didn't want to give him a ride. And now he got a ride to jail, and now he being charged with this ambulance that was valued at $258 and the equipment. Child, I don't know what these people be thinking. But anyways, I'm going to end with the scoop that I already shared because I'm going to probably take this video down because I just want it all in one scoop. With what is going on with Jayda and the baby mama of little baby. So I'll go ahead and play this video for y'all on the outro. Okay, hold on. Let me open up the screen. Cause what's going on here? One second, y'all. I don't want to edit this, so I'm trying to get through this. All right, so we're going to end with this. He definitely got caught throwing a rock and hiding her hand and then later lying about it. I mean, sis, stand on it. Tell them what it is if that's what you want to tell them, but don't try to act like you ain't subbing people when you know that you are. Hold on, wait. Let me bring that back so that y'all that didn't get it, y'all got the whole scoop. Video explaining the cap on this app. Now, Jayda is a beautiful woman, but she definitely got caught throwing a rock and hiding her hand and then later lying about it. I mean, sis, stand on it. Tell them what it is if that's what you want to tell them, but don't try to act like you ain't subbing people when you know that you are. But I'm going to get down to it. So basically, Jayda posted up a picture, and in the picture, she threw a shot and she said, "The only way I'll lose my spot is if I don't want it no more." And then she put the alien emoji, etc. So there was also a video that was also posted around the same time of little baby's baby mama. And in the video, she was basically in underwear dancing to his songs, etc., etc. So people yesterday, they felt like, well, Jayda posted her video, her photo first, and little baby's baby mama, she posted her video second. So therefore, how could Jayda be subbing her, etc.? First of all, little baby's baby mama posted that video the night before, and then she reposted it again later. But that is not where these subs started from. And for those of you guys who are lost, those of you guys who believe that this girl really didn't sub this girl, let me tell you why it was actually a sub and debunk this whole thing. So all week, blogs have been posting about little baby's baby mama and them being back in close quarters with each other. So there was a photo posted on site, and basically it was little baby's baby mama on a car, and she's on this car, whatever. And once you swipe over, you can see that she's, this is a parking garage. You can see the gray walls in the back, and you see that once you swipe over, this same gray walls, the same car that she is posing on, you also see little baby posing in front of a car next to it. So if you see, little baby is in front of a car, and I believe it is a McLaren, right? But if you look on the circled part, this is the car that you see little baby's baby mama on. And so a lot of people start subbing Jayda, and they start saying, oh, he must be back with his baby mama. They started to sub her. And this was posted, as you see in the corner, 5 days ago. Again, a lot of people keep thinking, oh, Jayda posted that photo yesterday or whatever, saying that she couldn't possibly be subbing, when the internet has been putting little baby and his baby mama together all week. Now, this wasn't the only post that she was subbed in. There was also a video where she was opening gifts, and this was posted 2 days ago before Jayda's so-called non-sub post. She posted up a video on the internet, and she was listening to, this is little baby's baby mama. She posted up a video on the internet, and she was listening to little baby's song. So she was listening to his song while she's opening up gifts and things like that. She's opening up shoes, she's opening up bags, and a lot of people started to insinuate that, okay, well, if she's playing his music, they felt like that was a dead giveaway, that little baby must have been the person to purchase the items. Then a day before Jayda's so-called non-sub post, it was video of his baby mama front row at birthday bash, and a lot of people were saying, oh, she's at birthday bash, supporting little baby because, he was performing there and things like that. So then that leads up to the post that she put later, after all of these things have been going on all week. All the blogs have been, well, not all of them, but she has definitely been getting subbed a lot in this. You think that she don't know about what's going on? Yeah, right. You think that her friends don't know what's being posted? Yeah, right. So she posts this post right here, and she says, only way I'll lose my spot is if I don't want it no more. So a lot of people felt like she was throwing shots, which I think she was too. But she somehow denies it and says she get paid too much money, to be subbing people. She posted on her Instagram, she said, hold up, laughing my A off. Subbing who, B? Bye. Y'all better go on with that bullish. I'm not subbing a MF and so. Ew, I'm disgusted. Y'all even engaging my name in BS like that. Now, girl, if you gonna sub somebody, stand on it and say, girl, I'm just letting you know that he my man, and can't nobody take him unless I want him. Like, I would have respected her more if she would have stood on that. But to act like she's not subbing her after all of this stuff has been going on in the blogs, people have been connecting them together, and then you say out of the blue, only way you'll lose your spot is if you don't want it no more, but then it's supposedly not a sub. It's like, girl, come on now. You beautiful, you got it going on. You make an occasion per her saying she make 8,000 a post, but you're lying. Okay, it's okay. Like, we sub people, especially when people think another girl is taking your man. Like, it is what it is. I would have been like, and I subbed, and so what? And who gonna do what about it? But the fact that she lied about subbing her, I'm just like, girl, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, look at y'all. Bye. But no, y'all, for real, y'all always y'all always say I be like throwing rocks and hiding my hands, but like I really don't be on. That's all I be trying to say. Like for real, no shade. It costs $8,000 per post on my Instagram feed, and it's like in the most humblest way possible.
Girl, if you just wanted to tell us how much you made, you could have just said that. Now, I'm proud of you. If you able to make 8,000 a post, that's a big accomplishment. You know, we making money on social media, and that's dope. But if you just wanted to tell us your fee, you should have just said that. Because, baby girl, you was subbing her. Period. Like, period.
It costs $8,000 per post on my Instagram feed. Do y'all really think I'll be subbing it free knowing it's gonna make the blogs? Like, stop attaching I post to like what other people got going on. I don't engage in that drama for real, for real. My Instagram is how I make my money.
Save the cap on this app. Jayda, you beautiful, but that's cap. All week, folks been talking about how the baby mama and baby is back together, and then suddenly you post, only way I lose my spot is if I don't want it no more. But then you want me, with my common logical sense, to believe that that's not no sub to what's been going on. This girl opening up gifts, listening to his song, her at the concert, her in the same place as him, and people adding you in this. Like, several people was adding Jayda in this when they put the two and two together of her on this car, and then people seeing that this was the same parking garage as and baby is standing next to the car that she was posing on. Like, you want me to believe that this wasn't a sub? I don't care if you make 8 in occasion. I don't care if you make 20 in occasion. You was subbing that girl on this app, and I'm gonna need you to stop the cap. That is a quick scoop for y'all. I just wanted to post that real quick. You know, it's the battle of the baby mamas. And a lot of people, another thing that I've seen a lot of people saying, they were saying, what little baby don't want. Like, oh, little baby don't want his baby mama. She was talking mess about him, X, Y, and Z. Y'all be the same ones who be going in on y'all baby daddies one day, and then when he called, you know, you telling all your friends, oh, he ain't ish, he ain't this, he ain't that. But then as soon as he called, you be telling your friends, oh girl, he about to pick me up. Like, y'all be the same ones who be going in on y'all baby daddies, but act like y'all don't understand how baby daddy and baby mamas can go back and forth with one another. One day you love them, the next day you hate them. So for y'all to act like she is so foreign or he's so disgusted by her, like, this is behavior that both parties do. You can't assume how he feels about this woman just because Jayda is so popular or whatever. I mean, this girl, I believe, was with him before all of the extreme fame that he had. Now, he might have been rapping or whatever, but he was not at the level that he was when he got with Jayda. So for y'all to assume that y'all just know how this man feel about this woman, it's crazy to me. Like, and baby mamas and baby daddies, they fight. Like, and I'm sure he said stuff about her and she said stuff about him. Like, you can't assume you know how he feels about her just because Jayda is more popular than her. That part to me is weird when y'all say that. Like, y'all don't know. If, like, y'all ain't got a homegirl who will sit up here and talk about her man like a dog and then be cuddled up with him the next hour. Like, y'all really be blowing minds. But that's all for this scoop. I don't know who he with. I don't know who he's screwing. Don't care. All I know is Jayda is cap for saying that she didn't sub that girl.
Look at y'all. Bye. But no, y'all, for real, y'all always say I be like throwing rocks and hot in my hands.
Girl, cause you are. Cause that's cap on this app. Anyways, I just wanted to put together a quick video for y'all. I'll see y'all later.